Craig's Discount Auto Repair. Okay, so here's the result of the tank. Here's what I did. Ultimately, I had to fix this tank because I'd be without a tank drive time. No matter what, the time, the labor, the energy, I had to do something with the tank. The other tank was beyond fixable. Too much crap. I'd never get the garbage out of it. This tank here is a little cleaner inside. It's rough on the outside. So I went ahead and cleaned it up, patched it, put a lot of 4 or 5 epoxy coats. It's a little rough looking. I don't care. I'm going to cram as much of the hardener material on this that I can. That way it seals real good and won't allow it to leak. So that's what I did there. Let's go take another look here. I moved on to the clutch. And we're going to come over here to the clutch, so bear with me. The battery's gone low, so I got to hurry up and do this video and get it done. Alright, here we go. Take a look at this. See that right there? See that bushing? That bushing ain't coming out. So hold on a minute here. I'll show you what I mean. It's not breaking loose. And the problem is that if it busts inside away from the rubber, that the metal sleeve that's in there will start to walk on the rubber, and this whole thing will be shifting. So another example of the older vehicles, I'm gonna have to take this, cut this out, and replace these bushings if I can get them in the rubber with the sleeves, and probably get new bolts. Both sides. I ain't even tried this side, but I know I'm gonna probably have the same problem. So if I gotta do one, I'll do both. The rest of it's like unbolting here, unbolt on the top, those kind of things. Bolt there, bolt there. There's another bolt down here. I'm just kind of showing you another bolt there. I only got a couple more bolts to get this out. I'm just taking my time. I'm just chilling out and make sure it's done right. I do it right one time. Do it right one time and one time only. I'm not into doing 2-3 times. I don't know what I'm doing. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with older parts. So the customer, they're not going to really understand this, but I told them I made videos of it, and I showed them the videos of the car and what I'm doing. With that being said, I'll finish this video off here. So I got all the bolts except for the starter. I got 2 bottom bolts and the starter. These bolts, it's out. The transmission flops right out. Just got to take your time. You got to know what you're doing. Skill. You can't bust bolts, man. I thought I was going to bust a bolt on the back side of the intake manifold because I couldn't get the exhaust bolt out of the intake manifold on the intermediate pipe on top. That was pretty scary because if you take the exhaust manifold off and you break a bolt into a head, you're pulling the heads. I don't want to pull those heads. But I let it sit overnight. I took my time, sprayed it with PB Blaster, let it sit, and took the 3/4 gun, broke it loose. Earthquake, Harbor Freight, better than Snap-on or Mac Tools ever in a lifetime for the money, and still, this gun's like 8 years old now. 8 years old. Both these guns are close to 2007, 16, 7, 7's 14. I had it before that. Yeah, these guns are 8, 9 years old. These guns, the bad thing about this gun here, I'm kind of changing the subject, is it takes a lot of air volume because I had a big tank. So it was always used to the most max airflow I could get. So did my ratchets, but never mind about that. So there you go. I have to call the dealer, see if I can get these sleeves. Can't get them out. Don't want to destroy the threads on this because I'll never be able to tighten it back up. So with that in mind, Craig's Discount Auto Repair, and we will talk later. Or I'll do a video later, show you what the clutch stuff looks like. See ya.